All right, we were self-sufficient. And we, of course, cooked with a wood stove that had a reservoir for water. You could heat water that way. And we had to bring in, one of our chores was to bring in so many loads of stove wood to put in, we called it stove wood, to put in the box. And Mama was a good cook with that wood stove. But our diet was very, I'm sure, not much variety to it. For supper, we would have cornbread and milk. In the summer, we'd have tomato sandwiches. Or Mama would make a pan of biscuits and heat up a jar of peaches, canned peaches, or blackberries, and we would put those over our biscuits, and that would be our supper. But they had the main meal in the middle of the day always. They killed hogs. That was another thing that about growing up, was that the hog killing weather. When it would get cold, it would be, we called it hog killing weather. And my daddy had bought some way a big electric meat grinder, and everybody in the community would borrow that to grind up their sausage, and they would bring, when they'd bring it back, the meat grinder, they would bring us a pound of sausage or something. So we kept fresh pork all winter that way. Mama had the chickens out back, and she milked a cow. Even though Daddy had the dairy that was within sight of the house, she kept, and I was the only child that was stupid enough to learn how to milk by hand. So sometimes I got that job. In the summer, the garden came in, and we ate well then. We'd have the squash and potatoes and beans, onions, and then when the corn came in, that was what we really looked forward to. And we didn't have sweet corn, we just had field corn. And usually everybody shared. If you had beans and somebody else didn't have beans, or your turnip greens came in and somebody else didn't. But we did eat a lot of turnip greens, and all during the spring, I suppose. We went blackberry picking. That was the big thing in the summer, was, you know, getting the food in and preserving it for winter, because we had to make our own. Like Mama had canned goods everywhere.